If there is a firmament for Nigerian public intellectuals, the section for Chidi Odinkalu will shine the brightest. Born on June 12, 1968 in Ihiala in present Anambra State to teacher parents, Chidi Ansem Odinkalu is an enduring voice in political and human rights activism in Nigeria. He is a scintillating writer, public interest lawyer, and academic. Chidi Odinkalu studied law at the Imo State University, where he emerged as the best graduating student of the university's School of Legal Studies in 1987. He was the winner of the Chief F.R.A. Williams Prize for the best student in legal drafting and conveyancy in 1988. Chidi Odinkalu obtained a master's degree in law from the University of Lagos in 1990 before proceeding to the prestigious London School of Economics and Political Science, where he was awarded a PhD in 2007. Chidi Odinkalu is associated with numerous human rights bodies and universities across the world. In 2021, he was appointed a Professor of Practice in International Human Rights Law at the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University. Professor Odinkalu is a member of the boards of numerous national and transnational bodies, including Chair, Board of Directors of the International Refugee Rights Initiative, IRRI, Kampala, Uganda. Chair, International Advisory Board, Global Rights, Abuja, Nigeria. Chair, Truth, Justice and Peace Commission, TJPC, Southeast Nigeria, Awka. Co-Chair, Sudan Consortium, Kampala, Khartoum, Uganda. Member of Board, Atrocities Watch Africa, Kampala, Uganda. Member, International Advisory Board, Positions for Human Rights, New York, United States, and many more. Professor Odinkalu has authored and co-authored numerous books, book chapters, academic and newspaper articles over the years. His books include Behind the Wall, a report on prison conditions in Nigeria, Justice Denied, the area court systems in the northern states of Nigeria, a report, and Too Good to Die, Third Term and the Myth of the Indispensable Man in Africa, a Nigerian public intellectual of repute. His public intellection is focused mainly on advancing human rights and democracy in Africa. Some of his recent scholarly public interventions include Advice Without Consent, Assessing the Advisory Jurisdiction of the African Court on Human and People's Rights, Re-examining Third World Approaches to Decolonizing International Law, Between Force of Reason and Reason of Force, Legacy of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, and many more. Chidi Odinkalu has tirelessly advocated for an independent and credible judiciary as a panacea for national development. His prognosis of the crisis in the judiciary has been prophetic. This was 7 years ago.
And as a guardian of public resources, responsible to make sure that government resources are spent responsibly, where government has acted lawfully. Number one, in procuring a technology that should advance our elections.
Replace card reader with BVAS, and it sounds like the statement was made yesterday. Professor Odinkalu has established strong connections with human rights movements across Africa and beyond. He was a former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC. Chidi Odinkalu has acted as counsel in international human rights litigation before Africa's regional human rights courts and tribunals, and was involved in the creation of the African Court on Human and People's Rights. He is associated with several advocacy initiatives for the protection of human rights, including the International Refugee Rights Initiative.